Gamers. Wait. No, I gotta introduce the video. Win and you'll gain a rank. Oh, is this it? Are we there? Are we on our Master 1 rank up? It's time for the rank up hand, boys. We're in there. Time for me to get the bad hand. Wait, what? I got a playable hand. Okay, my opponent has Maxi called by cross out. There's no way we're allowed to play this. Dude, is it going to be one of those like rank up games where the opponent just scoops after you play 2 cards type beat, you know? It's Drizzy, bro. Drizzy Drake over here. It's over for you. It's over for you, Drizzy. This reminds me of like my AI president videos I used to do where Drake was always glazing Trump. All right, so we're we're gonna grab original here. Okay, this is super fire. Oh my goodness. Let's go Link Karibo. Here's Poplar. Put Poplar back here. Go original. Summon the Hydrant. We did use our normal, so probably want to just grab Turbulence here. And yeah, at this point, like I want to do this. It's kind of strange, kind of a weird one, but I think it's going to end up working out. Yeah, I think that's going to work out. So we're going to go for that. Go for this here. Ah, so that was, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 summons. Okay, so it's Nibiru. Okay, well then we can make it work. We can play around Nibiru here. We're gonna go Preventer, banish Hydrant. We can make that work. Could be a bluffed Nib. It could be, but I don't really like to assume that. I'm just gonna leave Flamberge on the field here. We can definitely force out Nib while Flamberge is on the field here. Like, for sure. That's why I really like this engine. That's one of the things I really like about it. Like, yeah, it's useful for its, like, you know, D-save Wormline, but it's also just a super crazy link climbing engine. Here we're just going to get a 2-material Appaloosa, which is all we need to not worry about Nibiru. All right, and now we can go for Protect Code. Using these 2. Yep. And not only that, but we'll get another material off of it too. So like we'll get Appaloosa. Like we can actually get Appaloosa plus Firewall, which is kind of cool. So I think this guy, if you control a Firewall, yeah, so what we do, we make, am I wrong about this? No, I am wrong about this. I have to go Appaloosa right here. Still, 2 material Appaloosa, good enough. Just protecting us from Nibiru here, which is all we really needed to do. Now we can go for Rescue. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, for sure. So we go Rescue at this point. And we special Hydrant. And they're just going to scoop. And we got it! I played that impeccably, bro. I played the rank up impeccable. For a guy called Misplay Central, I feel like I did pretty damn good there. What was bro playing? Yeah, let's go check his list. Yeah, so he had his 1 of Nib. Yo, what the hell is this build, bro? 1 Veiler, 2 Imperm, Nib at 1. Like, why? What? There's no rhyme or reason to this. By the way, I was playing Gimped. I was playing post ban list, so 2 Wanted, 2 Snake Ash. Still destroying this guy, you know? Like, easy money. He's playing 2 Oak. Yeah, whatever, dude. This list is weird. Anyway, whatever. This was the list I was playing, by the way, for the guys that want it. I mean, I'm probably going to throw that rank up match in the deck profile video, so I can just do the card by card right now. So this is the list, and I really like it. It's inspired a lot by the Nuisance list that I showed off in my like deck showcase, the new meta type video. Quite different in many ways. Like, I mean, I did favor a lot more Rescue Ace cards. Like, he wasn't running the Headquarters, which I really like. He was only running 2 Emergency, which I hate the idea of running 2 Emergency instead of 3, because it's like the best Rescue Ace card. I did end up removing Impulse though, like he said, and I removed Fire Engine as well. So we're running a pretty small, on the monster side at least, pretty small Rescue Ace package, but a bunch of staples, which is really the main thing. Evenly at 1 is good because you just draw it, right? You just draw it and then you win. And also I'm playing post ban list so that my deck list, you know, has longevity. So I got to Master 1 before the ban list is even in effect with a post-ban list deck. So 2 Wanted, 2 Snake Ash. We have, you know, obviously the 3 Bonfire here for the Poplar. Great extension. Sometimes you'll get Max Seed. You can switch into Turbulence plays. And that's really good, you know, really solid. Gives you a good amount of control. Although, to be honest, didn't come up very much for us. I mean, it's happened, but for the most part, a lot of the time when I would get Max Seed, I would end up just, like, playing hand trap control. And that doesn't mean I didn't lose any games. You know, I still lost a bunch. If we go to match history here, this loss doesn't count, actually, because that was just a disconnection. As you can see, total number of turns, 0, and I didn't surrender. So that loss doesn't count. But other than that, I mean, yeah, we still had, like, some tough times here, I guess, in Master 2 yesterday towards the end of the stream. So, you know, it's not like I think the deck is amazing, but you also got to, like, not misplay. I think it's good. Also, the extra deck, I kept the whole, like, Dark Fluid line, and this came up more than once. There's a duel where, like, just to protect my Turbulence, I did the entire Dark Fluid combo line just to set up my D Save Worm in the grave so that I could summon my Turbulence, and then they tried to imperm, and I could just go D Save Worm. It was really funny. Oh, yeah, the 50 ratio is weird, but I really like it. If you... Like, even with 50, you guys could see that I would still sometimes get kind of stuck on weird garnets and stuff. Definitely the 50 count just means you're running a ton of staples, right? So, like, I'm running 2 Nib, 1 Evenly, triple Imperm. We have the cross out, the call by package, you know, the 3 Veilers. So, yeah, the 50 cards just means you're running way more staples, basically. But I think you need staples for this format. And I think there's so many starters in Snake Eyes and Rescue Ace. Like, it really doesn't hurt your consistency that much. Most games, we had a good hand. This deck has rough going second matchup. Otherwise, well, see, but that's where, like, all the hand traps come in. I mean, I won so many games going second just off of, like, Imperm, Veiler. By the way, if I had a third Nibiru, I would run a third Nibiru because Nibiru plus Imperm or Nibiru plus Ash or Nibiru plus Veiler is literally FTK against Snake Eyes and many other decks. Like, people think Nibiru's not that great because they can play around it in Snake Eyes. But if you're running a bunch of Nibirus and a bunch of other hand traps, your odds of drawing Nibiru with another hand trap are pretty high. And then Nibiru becomes FTK. It's actually crazy. Super Poly better than Dark Fluid line. Your Super Poly build, like, hard loses to Evenly. Like, I really like this line for that reason. Not only that, but also this is a great plan B sometimes. This whole Dark Fluid line is super easy to just jump into. Using either the Rescue Ace cards or the Snake Eyes cards, you can easily make yourself a Reproducus, turn one of your monsters into a Link Decoder, go into your Protect Code Talker, and from there just do the whole Link Climb combo into Dark Fluid, or even pass sometimes on Appaloosa plus Firewall, which is also super respectable. So I really think the combo line is really good as something that you can kind of fog wall into. And a lot of people are not prepared for this combo line because you don't see it a lot. Yeah, it's kind of like playing the Auroradon package, but with no garnets. That's true. I think it's really, really good. I'm not trying to say this is the only way to play the deck, and, like, I'm not trying to say either, like, objectively this is better than the Super Poly build. It really depends on what you're prioritizing, right? I'm prioritizing being able to stop evenly. If you watch my streams, you'll know I always get blown out. Always. So if I die to Evenly, I get Evenly. If I die to Nib, I get Nibbed. So I'm always playing around to Nib and Evenly as much as I possibly can, as well as trying to play around Imperm, obviously, with your Turbulence. We're not running the Elf because I haven't really found space for it. The only card I could remove for Elf is Nightmare Phoenix. I'm considering it. I might remove Nightmare Phoenix. It is useful sometimes to have Nightmare Phoenix, but I haven't used it very much. So I definitely think Elf might be a better thing to run here. In fact, you know what? Considering I think I've used Phoenix maybe twice in my entire run from Master 2 to Master 1, I'm just going to replace it with Elf. There are moments where Elf would have been helpful to just protect my my Turbulence so that I could just play Rescue Ace. So I definitely think Elf is probably a better pick. Nightmare Phoenix is not bad, though. It's definitely a solid card. Especially when you're trying to go second, it helps to just have that one poke into back row. It can bait out a card and also helps you, like, keep Link climbing. And it's also a fire monster, which can come up. Battle Phase Negate came in clutch a couple times, too. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the Dark Fluid Battle Phase Negate actually is also, like, just a solid effect to have when you're trying to go for game. Elf, bring back SP. Oh, yeah, we're getting SP soon, too. Oh, my God. When we get SP, dude, oh, boy. I like this deck a lot. Actually, I can show you guys the replay. I'm going to check if this is it. So, yeah. So we went discard Imperm, summon Diabel Star. This is kind of a crazy replay if I recall. Yeah, get the Sinful Spoils, normal Hydrant, get Turbulence. Then we go Emergency. Yeah, this is it. Summon Airlifter, send the Hydrant to the grave. Airlifter, search alert. Then we go Original Sinful Spoils, summon Ash. And by the way, I want to say, they got a trigger when I summoned my Diabell Star, I remember. So I was smelling Imperm. And then as soon as they saw the Rescue Ace cards, it seems like they started waiting because they did not Imperm Ash. So I was like, interesting. So we go Poplar, summon Poplar. Poplar, search the field spell. We go for the field spell here. Get the Oak in the back row. Now, I'm not going to say this is the most optimal line ever. I'm literally just trying to protect my Turbulence here. So I put the Hydrant in the back row because Hydrant in the back row gives you the full effect of your Rescue Ace cards. So by just putting Hydrant in the back row, I can activate Alert to search from my deck. So I go Alert, search the Preventer. And then we can go Preventer, banish the Airlifter, summon the Preventer, use these two, make a Reproducus, and since it's sent to the graveyard, Preventer will bring back the Airlifter under. We make it a Cybers and summon Link Decoder. At this point, we use these two, make Protect Code Talker. And this is what I'm talking about here. I'm smelling Imperm. I'm like, I don't want to get my Turbulence Impermed. Summon a Firewall Dragon, Protect Code Talker, banish the Reproducus Linkurivo, summon it under. Firewall, add back Preventer to my hand. And then I use all these guys to make myself a Terahertz. And we just send the D-Save Worm, summon the Turbulence. And wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? Activate Turbulence, they had the Imperm. So yeah, we went through the entire combo literally just to basically elf protect our Turbulence. But hey, it was worth it, right? Because now we have full effect of all our back rows since Hydrant is on the field technically. And yeah, from here we're just going to keep going. I think we link into IP Masquerena here because I already have the full effect. I don't need a Rescue Ace monster on the field because I have Hydrant back here. Get to summon 2, summon 3 back here, summon a Promethean Princess, and we're going to go Promethean Princess, bring back Flamberge, use those two, make Amblo Whale. So, you know, we have Amblo Whale, IP, Princess down here, and we have, you know, we just have a really good hand. We're just really well set up here. So they go for Preparation of Rites. I'm going to go for Flamberge, summon Hydrant here because I want the extra body to make Appaloosa as big as possible. And we can just bring back the Hydrant anyway with Flamberge. So I was like, you know, it's worth it. Then they're going to go for Preparation of Rites. I went for Emergency, summon Preventer, tribute the Preventer in my hand. So we even have a flip face down. They go for Diviner. Obviously we negate. And they have no place through this. This is like as high as your ceiling can possibly get, I think. Other than the fact that we had to use D-Save Worm early. So, yeah, I don't know. I love this replay. I think this replay was super fire. I was super happy with this game when I had it. It was just so cool. I had a really, really good time climbing with this. I was really struggling with climbing this format until I picked up this deck. Because even with Pure Rescue Ace, I feel like I'm not skilled enough for Pure Rescue Ace. But, yeah, after I saw Nuisance's list and I kind of adapted it to, you know, my preference, really like it. The 50-card Rescue Ace Snake thing, it's working for me. So I recommend people try it if they're struggling climbing and they have the cards. Obviously, this is literally UR the deck. Like, how many URs do we even have in here? This is actually ridiculous. 4, 5, 6, 46 URs in here. Only one Hydrant and Turbulence. Yeah, one Hydrant and Turbulence is really all you need for a build like this, I would say. Keep in mind, Snake Eyes is doing a lot of the grind game work. Or you're doing a full Snake Eyes combo and you're just coming in on turn 3 with your Rescue Ace lines. Also, it's really easy to loop Turbulence because you can just banish it with Preventer. Then when Preventer hits the grave, you summon back Turbulence. So I find it to be more so kind of a brick to have 2 Turbulence in a build like this. And also, Hydrant is a bad normal summon, so I think just 1 is fine.